So yeah, that's why I decided to come aerial fish in the middle of doing Wintertod. You know, I really just think in the long run it'll be beneficial for the account and macro efficient overall.
That's uh, that's great, buddy.
Hey, so I'm a Zeah only UIM. I'm Tryon, and this is my Zeah locked Ultimate Ironman. I want to complete one of the biggest challenges in old school RuneScape, completing a solo, challenge mode Chambers of Xeric. To do this, I'll be leveling my skills, obtaining the best gear I can, and killing a number of bosses along the way, without ever leaving Zeah. This is Xerician UIM. Oh hey, fancy running into you here. Picking up where we left off, last episode we got to 92 fire making and 47 Wintertod KC, but as you have likely deduced, we're about to go aerial fishing. Before we do, there are 4 important things that happened between the end of episode 4 and my impromptu decision. Those are level 64 construction, level 39 herblore, another frog random event, and using our new construction level to upgrade our costume box and armor case. The decision to move to aerial fishing was apparently not one I recorded nor explained, so let me explain now. There are lots of strong feelings out there on aerial fishing. If you feel that it sucks, then your feelings are correct. To aerial fish, you have to get a cormorant from Alry the Angler on Mulk Island. Aerial fishing consists of using the cormorant to catch fish aerially. The fish can be dropped, which is faster, or cut with a knife for fish chunks and a small amount of cooking XP. The cormorant requires bait, either king worms, which can be found around Mulk Island, or the aforementioned fish chunks. They'll take one of these bait roughly every 3 to 4 fish, so you profit fish chunks once you have a few to get started. To catch fish, you just click on the spots in the water. The amount of time it takes to catch the fish depends on your distance to the spot. Spots within 3 tiles of the player, the bird flies to them within 1 tick, 6 tiles in 2 ticks, and so on. There are different tiers of fish, requiring increasingly high hunting and fishing levels, and rewarding increasingly good XP. Unfortunately, the highest tier of fish requires 91 fishing and 87 hunter, which means we're pretty far away from those good XP rates. So, let's talk about the best and only good part of aerial fishing: the rewards. When catching a fish, you have a chance between 1 in 100 and 1 in 75 to obtain a Mulk Pearl, with a higher chance at higher hunter and fishing levels. You also have a static 1 in 20,000 chance to obtain a golden tench every time you catch a fish. The golden tench is sick. It's a collection log item, you can equip it as an S tier fashion scape item, and you can also whack people with it. It can be stored in the costume room, which is what we'll do with the first one we get, and subsequent tenches can be sold to Alry for 100 pearls each. With these pearls and the ones we catch fishing, we can visit Alry the Angler's angling accessories. Alry's shop sells 8 items, with each having a collection log slot. The first of these items are the pearl fishing rods. These pearl fishing rods are like regular fishing rods, but with their patented pearl technology, you are now able to hold them in your hand, or something. If you would rather spend at least 20 click-intensive hours than 4 hours mostly AFK on the fishing trawler, then you're in luck, because Alry also sells 4 angler's pieces at 100 pearls apiece. Each piece will very slightly increase our fishing XP. And the big ticket item, the fish sack. At 1000 pearls, this bad boy is a grind to achieve. Assuming a 1 in 75 chance to get a pearl at 9900 in fishing, and using the wiki rates of 1600 fish per hour, which, by the way, is absurd to maintain long term. For shorter time periods, I could get rates that high or higher, but I was not able to maintain anything close to 1600 for very extended periods of time, especially considering I play on a trackpad and am frequently interrupted while playing. Tangent aside, not accounting for tenches, assuming 1600 fish per hour, you're getting around 21 pearls per hour, meaning on rate to obtain a fish sack from scratch would take over 45 hours. Accounting for tenches, this knocks it down to about 34 hours. At a more relaxed 1200 fish per hour, we're down to 16 pearls per hour, pushing the grind to over 60 hours without tenches and over 45 with. And this is for a player who already has 99 hunter in fishing. For someone like me with the bare minimum requirements, it gets even worse. And unlike most people, we aren't even here for the collection log items or fashion scape. We're here to train Hunter. Hunter is by far one of the best skills to train on an area restricted account because of one thing: implings. The different implings have insane drop tables, ranging from herbs and seeds from nature implings, to weapons and gear from magpies, ninjas, and dragons, all the way to any clue scroll reward in the game from lucky implings. There's one problem though: we can't get impling jars. These are required to catch implings with the net, but are only obtainable through either the Hunter Kit spell, making them in Rimington, or from Puro Puro. This means we have to barehand implings, requiring an extra 10 levels over the level required to unlock each impling. So, our goal for the video is simple: 99 Hunter. If we made the Eagle's Peak exception, we could use box traps to catch Grey Chinchampas from 53 to 99 much faster, plus get a useful resource in Chinchampas for future range training. If we made the Puro Puro exception, we could stop at 89 Hunter and use a net to catch implings, saving us over 8 million XP. But where's the fun in that? The bright side of this is that we will get way more than enough pearls to greenlog aerial fishing. So, let's head to Mulk Island. Oh, and a final quick disclaimer. What I've got going on here with all the knives, don't do this. I watched a video on aerial fishing before doing it, and they had them like this, so I did it like this. It's not good. I stopped doing it soon enough. It's kind of cringe to see, but it'll be okay. Just have one fish and one knife in the bottom of your inventory and use them on each other. Optionally, but highly recommended, you'll want to bring a rope if you plan on spending any extended amount of time here. And here we are at Mulk Island. Let's talk to Owry the Angler here and get a bird. You don't think my type is up to the task? What exactly is that supposed to mean, Owry? I don't think you can say that anymore. And now we can get started aerial fishing. If I remember to grab some worms. First level of the aerial fishing grind, 36 Hunter. We also have our first of many Mulk Pearls that we'll get over the next few months. And that is 45 fishing. Level 40 Hunter. Oh, I missed it because I kind of forgot we get cooking XP, but that is 53 cooking, the first cooking level. It'll be neat to see how high we get. Currently up to 43 Hunter and 46 fishing for reference. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Well, probably just gentlemen. Let's start a new day with level 45 Hunter. We are up to 22 Mulk Pearls now. So, you guys know how you make a plan to do something and then you see something else that makes you think of a different thing, so you do that instead? Well, I saw these big bone spawns just east of the dock and decided to come get some prayer levels. I just hung out around the area for 10 minutes until aggro timer ran out, and now I'm running between the bone spawns, burying them, and hopping worlds. Protection prayers are just too good of an account upgrade, and now that I see a viable training method for prayer, I want to do it. So 3,200 big bones later, from 11 prayer, here is 37 prayer for protect from magic, 40 prayer for protect from missiles, and 43 prayer for protect from melee. Now that brain itch has been scratched, we can get back to aerial fishing. Currently 47 Hunter and 48 fishing, so our next big milestones are 50 fishing and 50 Hunter, which is one less than 51 Hunter, which unlocks common tenches with 56 fishing, which will give us a nice little boost to the XP per hour. So now I'm debating on doing some fly fishing for faster and much more AFK fishing XP. That way our time spent aerial fishing will be getting us better hunting XP. We are also now over halfway to our first piece of anglers. Now Watson just needs a hard clue from us to give us a master clue step, the first one on the account. The 117HD plugin really makes the walk to Piscarilius to the Warrens to buy feathers much more... Well, enjoyable isn't the right word, but I don't actively want to die as much. And we're at the pond, time to do some AFK fishing. The best part about this is that while I'm AFKing RuneScape, I can play hands down the best mobile fantasy role-playing game, Raid Shadow Legends. That one's on me, Raid Shadow Legends. We can also gain some extra cooking XP, and that is 54 cooking. Wow, time really flies when you're not aerial fishing. That is 56 fishing already, meaning we can head back to Mulk Island and now we can catch common tenches as well as bluegills. And if you were wondering what the plan was for the last 4 feathers, it was to come complete the diary task, catch a trout from the River Mulk. That is 53 hunter, which would be incredible if we could catch chins. Alas, box traps require Eagle's Peak, which would be annoying, but since the Eagle's Peak prerequisite has completely solved the botting problem for Chinchampas, I'll accept it as a necessary inconvenience. Just like coin pouches and thieving. Watson, my good man, I have a hard clue for you here, which means you will give me a master clue. There's a very small chance we get a step we could do, but we might as well try. Oh my god, no way, I actually got one of the only steps I can do right now. Well, of course for the content, we're gonna go do the step, and you never know, we might get the back 6 back. Alright, we'll go talk to the guild master and see what happens. That fade to black was not me in editing. My screen just stopped being recorded all of a sudden, so the footage of doing the puzzle box is gone. We didn't get the back 6 back, or even a back 2 back. Sad game. And we're still 53 hunters, so we aren't even that far into the aerial fishing grind, and I am already having a horrible time. And that was level 55 hunter that I just clicked through. We're about to get level 56 hunter any second here, but more importantly, we're over 100 pearls, so we can now buy our first piece of anglers. I guess it doesn't really matter which piece we get first, so let's go with the angler's hat, I guess. Yeah, I'm digging the pyro angler vibe. And thus ends the pyro angler era, as we can now store this in the costume room until we are finished with aerial fishing. Might as well take a sip while we're here. Level 60 fishing. And level 60 hunter. It doesn't say, but at level 60 hunter, we've unlocked Barehand Eclectic Implings, which have a few decent drops, like gold bars and rarely some items we can sell for GP. They aren't that important themselves, but they're the first of the generally useful Implings, so really cool to unlock them. Hey look, it's snowing. Kind of. We now have enough pearls for our second angler piece, the Angler's Top, which means we now have 2 out of 4 pieces acquired. Level 65 hunter. And you can also see I started using the Random Event Analytics plugin, which tracks random event data. I've been using Mulk Island to force spawn random events. I just leave after every hour or so of gameplay, around a 5-minute mark, and typically a random event spawns, so... That is 62 cooking, which will get us to 1000 total level. Feels like I'm finally making some progress on the account, like I'm a real UIM at this point. Oh my god, it's been like 5 minutes since I stopped recording, but look what we have here. We have our first golden tench. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, look at it. A big golden floppy boy. It looks so good. Absolute S tier item. I got this a little over drop rate, not by much. I'm sure it'll even out in the end. We were like 23,000 fish, so pretty close to drop rate. And of course, we'll store this bad boy in the costume room. See you around, buddy. Alright, and we've got ourselves another 100 pearls, which means we can now get our angler waders. That puts us at 3 out of 4 anglers pieces obtained, just the boots until we're done with anglers. Level 68 Hunter. We can now catch mottled eels, and even more importantly, but not shown in the message, we can now barehand catch nature implings, which we'll be doing a lot of in the future. Unfortunately, we need 73 fishing before catching mottled eels, so it'll be a while before we actually get the big XP increase. However, we're 68 Hunter, which means the next Hunter level is... We're not doing that again. So life is getting pretty crazy for me. I'm finishing my master's degree in job hunting, you know how that goes, well some of you do. Working overnight, I've got my second kid on the way. All of that to say, I'm going to be taking a bit of a break from this account and RuneScape in general. Not sure when I'll be back, but I'll see you guys soon. I've got both my accounts bonded up because congratulations 5,000 fish on maxing in old school RuneScape. Absolutely huge. This video is coming out like a year and a half later, but congratulations. It wouldn't be a Xerician UIM video without some random tithe farm, now would it? I actually think I'm gonna make some garden pies to boost for the next seed. It shouldn't be that hard. First, we just have to grab some onions, make our pie crusts, buy some tomatoes, put them in the pie, add some onion, buy some cabbage and add those to the pie. Then we just have to cook the pies, and ta-da! Well, the tithe farm didn't last. So I bonded the account for my friend's max party since it was during the time when I wasn't playing. I wanted to get some use out of the bond, but I didn't feel like aerial fishing, so I did a bit of tithe, didn't get any real milestones or progress, so no other clips. It's been about 8 months since I've actually played RuneScape now, but we're back. I am extremely excited to get back to the account. I know I still have a lot of aerial fishing to do, and I'm really not looking forward to that. But it's pretty exciting to be getting back, and we can go ahead and look here, and we actually are up to almost 300 hours of playtime so far on the account. Unfortunately, I didn't look at the playtime getting started, so I won't know exactly how long we spent aerial fishing. But we'll check the playtime at the end and see what it says then. Not much else to say. I'm very, very excited to be playing RuneScape again. Not looking forward to finishing the aerial fishing, but I'm really looking forward to playing again, so let's get started. Level 70 Hunter. And these are the angler boots completing our set. This also means we have green-logged fishing trawler, a minigame not located on the continent of Zeah. So yeah, account ruined, GG's. Did a bit more fly fishing here to get up to 73 fishing before we go back to aerial. That way we can now capture the next tier of fish and get some better XP for our time spent in that hellhole. So I just had a realization that I cannot buy the Pearl Barbarian Rod because I have not completed Barbarian fishing, so Auri will not sell it to me. So why the hell does Auri care? How does he even know? Is he communicating with Otto? I mean, I guess in my case, I probably walked in like, yeah, I'm a Snowflake UIM, real cool and unique, I have this restriction, but how does he know for other people? So, yeah, I guess we will not be, ever able to greenlog aerial fishing, despite the fact that we are going to spend hundreds of hours here. And I just missed it, but that was level 75 fishing. Alright, and we've got ourselves another 120 pearls here, which means we can buy the Pearl Fly Fishing Rod, which is a regular fly fishing rod, except it looks pretty sweet. There we go, I can never remember how to get rid of that bird. Anyway, here is the Pearl Fly Fishing Rod. Even though it does have an attached feather, you do still have to bring feathers every time. But yeah, pretty sweet item. It looks great. Good fashion scape item. So let's go throw it in the POH. And we'll get this fly fishing rod next time we have some fly fishing to do. Imagine that, I missed a level. That was level 75 Hunter, which unlocks Barehand Magpie Implings. Magpies are the first really good money-making impling that we've unlocked, as they have several items like Mystic Gloves, boots, a few rune things, dragon daggers, that all can be sold to general stores or out for a pretty good profit. Shout out to random events. This genie lamp here will get us all the way to 14 Slayer. Very exciting because we are now one level off 15, obviously, that's how math works, which unlocks Banshees / Earmuffs. And that is going to be very helpful for us because killing Banshees is going to be one of the fastest ways we'll be able to farm Herblore XP in the future should we need to. Alright, and do we get the Stale Baguette? No, but we do get, what's that, 800 GP from a general store? Not too bad. Another 100 pearls, which means we can now get ourselves the regular pearl fishing rod, which once again is a regular fishing rod that you can equip. And it looks pretty good as well. It doesn't look as good as the other one. But at this point, we now only have one more item that we can buy, because we will not be able to buy the Pearl Barbarian Rod. But now we start the pretty long grind to the fish sack, for real. So I've decided to come fly fishing for some more AFK time. The reason behind this is that the next tier of fish from aerial fishing is unlocked at 87 Hunter and 91 Fishing. At our current pace, we're going to reach 87 Hunter well before 91 Fishing. So I'm going to be supplementing aerial fishing with fly fishing to speed up our fishing training. It's going to be adding some time overall to the 99 Hunter grind to be leaving Mulk Island to come train fishing, but I'm happy to trade an extra 40 to 60 hours of being AFK for less time spent actually aerial fishing. I've also made an executive decision. We're going to be turning in our Bruma torches. I know I said we wanted them last episode for Torstol seeds, but I overlooked something. Grimy Torstols are useless to me. I can't clean them until 71 Herblore with the Botanical Pie, and I'm probably a couple thousand hours from that. And once they're clean, they only serve one purpose, and that's getting staminas from Dr. Jekyll randoms, since I won't be making Super Combats or Zamorak brews. I will be keeping one of the 3 torches in the POH, but this way we can save some inventory space. I'll also be dropping the Torstol seeds we currently have. Nothing great from the crates, but we take U seeds. Master clue number 2 on the account? Absolutely not. Level 80 fishing, a nice round number for the brain to look at. We are also getting pretty dry on golden tenches. We're around 60,000 fish caught now, with still just the one. Got some nature runes and decided to use them up doing some superheating and alking. We got level 40 smithing, which is huge because we now no longer need to boost to smelt gold. So I'm going to start AFKing at a new fishing spot by the farming guild. The main reason for this is that there's an impling spawn right by the farming guild, so while I'm AFKing, I can catch implings that pass by. I can also scout them on my main while fishing if I feel like it. I do have to survive this trek past the lizard men, so we'll just wait for an opening and make a run for it. Alright, and we made it. Now we can get to fishing. Plus, this AFK time gives me even more time to play Raid Shadow Legends, the best mobile game on the market, also available on PC. Hey, Raid Shadow Legends, how about some love coming the other way now? Don't ask me why, but this is level 35 rune crafting. Wow, finally, alright, we got golden tench number 2. Yeah, definitely a little dry, but hey, pretty cool. We also have enough pearls now to buy the Barbarian Rod if we could, but we can't. And after trading this tension, we now have 250 pearls, so we are 1/4 of the way to the fish sack. And here, this book will now give us our level 15 Slayer, which means we can now kill Banshees in the catacombs when we're ready. The servers have been extremely laggy recently, but this is level 40 Herblore. We can now clean our irrits without a boost. And level 41 Herblore, which means we can now +4 boost to make super attack potions out of irrits. And this will be level 16 Slayer. And I have screen notifications on. I've done some math, and I think I'm going to need around 33k feathers to get to 91 fishing. It's not an exact number, since I'm not sure how much aerial fishing I'll be doing before then, but it's a pretty liberal estimate, so it should be more than enough. So I'll see you guys in a bit once we have 33k feathers. Here we go. 33,000 feathers, and we shouldn't have to make the trek back here for a very long time. Another level check-in, that is 80 Hunter. And level 85 Fishing. Call me Abe Lincoln, because I hope someone 17 Slayer. And wow, those boxes look horrible on the skill tab. Alright, and here's Golden Tench number 3. I know it doesn't feel like a very long time has passed to you guys, but we are around 90,000 fish caught now, so it's been about 30,000 fish since the last one. So yeah, we're not really catching up to the tench rate yet, but surely soon. And turning this one in gets us over 3/4 of the way to the fish sack. 754 pearls, we will be there very soon. Level 84 Hunter, which unlocks Bare Hand Ninja Implings. Ninja Implings have a pretty great drop table highlighted by 2 items, the Rune Chain Body and the Rune Scimitar, which will both be best in slot items for us for a while. These zombie pieces mean that we now have all of the random event log completed except for the Stale Baguette. This Genie random should get us another Slayer level. Actually, wait, let me turn off my screen notifications real quick so that I don't give you a seizure. I remembered this time. Now, this Genie lamp will give us level 8 XP away. Oh my god. No fucking way. Dude, there's no way we just got the Heron pet. That has to be so incredibly stupid rare to get from here. Holy hell. Oh my god, dude. There's no way. There's no way we actually just got the Heron pet. I haven't even started making YouTube videos yet, so it's not even content creator luck. What the hell? This is just snowflake luck, I guess. Dude, what the hell? There is no way we just got the Heron pet. Oh my god. Oh, dude, that's so cool. This is only my second ever pet in the game. Oh, I got Irby on my main during a comp once. This is my my first like pet from an actual grind, though. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I've calmed down a bit and I looked it up. Receiving the Heron pet from aerial fishing has a base chance of 1 in 636,833. Which means by the time we finish getting 99 Hunter here, we would still be under halfway to the drop rate. That is absolutely insane. I've decided to name him Frederick. 85 Hunter, officially about 1/4 of the way to 99. And when I put it like that, I want to low alch myself. Well, out of nowhere, they are pulling a new Zeah quest called the Garden of Death. Very exciting that we'll be getting more Zeah content. Obviously by now, this is actually in the game, and we now know Varlamore is coming, which is far more Zeah content to be excited about, but we'll talk about that more in the future. And this is 1,000 pearls, meaning we can purchase, at long last, the fish sack. We're 86 Hunter and 89 Fishing, so still quite a long ways to go. And unfortunately, this was kind of the second to last big milestone on the grind, so it's about to get much, much worse. And here we go, we were very close to 90 Fishing, so I wanted to finish the level. Now we can go get the fish sack. Alright, Auri. The fish sack costs 1,000 Mulk Pearls, and we can now buy one. And there we go. God, I am lagging so bad, but here we go. The fish sack, an S tier fashion scape item obtained on the Zeah only Ultimate Ironman. You know, it kind of looks funny with the heron following it, like the heron's wants fish out of the fish sack. I don't know, I'm losing my mind here. But farewell to the orange cape. You served us well for the little bit of time we had you. And now we'll have the fish sack for quite a while. It does have some very slight defensive stats, but they're the same as a regular cape, so it's not a stat upgrade for us, it's purely a fashion upgrade. The fishing trawler, our green log of shame, but here we are. This is how our aerial fishing log will look until the account is finished, I suppose. And this genie lamp will get us to level 19 Slayer. Level 87 Hunter. We can now catch greater sirens once we reach level 91 fishing, so I am about to go do some AFK fly fishing up to 91. Finish off this last level here. Level 91 fishing, we are now done AFK fly fishing, which is a sad day because I much prefer AFKing to aerial fishing, but alright, so we'll go sell off some of the stuff we got from Implings and then head back to Mulk Island. And the last of those feathers are just enough to get us one more fletching level to 66 fletching. Another genie lamp, another Slayer level, that is level 20 Slayer. Very nice. Oh, and look at the greater sirens, so good. We'll make sure we inventory tag them. No, we gotta make sure our inventory tags are on so we know where everything is. Oh man, look at these XP rates now, getting over 60k XP per hour. We are flying now, relatively. We have now passed over 100,000 fish chunks, look at that. So cool to see. This also means we are around 130,000 fish caught now. Still just the 3 tenches, so we have half as many tenches as we would expect to have by now, on average. Although, I got the heron here, so I'm not sure I can really complain about golden tench RNG that much. And just a neat little cooking milestone, we're up to 75 cooking. Level 89 Hunter. If we had access to Impling jars, we would be done, as we could now catch lucky Implings. But 10 more levels to go. And that is level 92 fishing, halfway to 99. Alright, so we just got Golden Tench number 4, and that is level 90 Hunter. We were one fish off of those being the exact same. That would have been so cool. But hey, Golden Tench number 4. A little over 145,000 fish now, so still pretty far below rate, but that's 100 more pearls for the stack. And that is level 91 Hunter. One more until we're halfway to 99. And just to help provide a little perspective on how long this is taking, we have now reached our second stack of 1,000 pearls, so we could buy our second fish sack now if we so wanted. Alright, and that, well, clicked through it. That is level 92 Hunter, and this is by far the worst thing I have ever had to do in this game, and I do not want to be here anymore. I wanted to thank everyone for feedback on previous episodes. As I was reading the feedback, I thought to myself, wow, what terrible feedback. Speaking of, if you like the video, you can like the video. If you dislike the video, you can dislike the video. If you comment on the video, you can comment on the video. If you subscribe to the channel, you can subscribe to the channel. Those last two don't work, do they? I also don't think you're supposed to encourage disliking videos. So I've noticed this. The bird always matches its speed returning to you to the distance that you were when it flew. So for example, if we click there and then run closer, it starts slowing down. Like, watch. Oh, I think that's so funny. And then like if you run the opposite way, it like speeds up a whole lot. It's just it's pretty amusing. I guess have to find stuff to keep yourself entertained, right? This guy looks like me, but how I feel after having been here for so long. Level 93 Hunter. We can now barehand catch dragon implings, which is absolutely game-changing. Dragon implings have so much to offer from their drop table. Useful supplies, dragon bones for prayer training, items to sell or alch, dragon arrows for my T-bow, and most importantly, our dragonstone jewelry. They drop both amulets of glory and dragonstone amulets, which can be enchanted into glories, whichever we get first. They also give us noted dragonstones, which we can use to create both our ring of wealth for a bit of convenience, and the combat bracelet, which will give us an extra 6 melee strength, in addition to some nice offensive and defensive bonuses. I hope to obtain all of these before really beginning combat training, since they'll just make everything a bit easier. But this brings me to another point that I've thought about while standing here alone on Mulk Island for so long. Dragon implings are the last tier of impling that we need. Unlike many area-restricted UIMs, we don't need to get a rune crossbow from Lucky Implings. We can make one. Very painstakingly, but we can. And more importantly, I don't think that making a rune crossbow is going to be as painstaking as getting 99 Hunter via aerial fishing and then hunting Lucky Implings for one. It would take over another 100 hours just to get to 99 from here, and honestly, I don't think I want to do that just to be able to catch the few Lucky Implings that I might see. So I think we're going to call it here. Maybe we'll come do more aerial fishing in the future if I ever feel up to it. 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, and 99 Hunter. The grind is completed. They said I'd never be able to finish 99 Hunter via aerial fishing. How do you like me now, voices in my head? There's no pleasing you guys. We skipped a lot there, time for a recap. Here's what our collection log looks like now at the end. Our log will unfortunately never be green because of the Pearl Barbarian Rod, but oh well. Other things that you missed during the time between 93 and 99 Hunter. First, I changed my name. This was actually an accident. I was looking at different options to change my name and confirmed the name by mistake. But I like it, so it's staying. Plus, it gave me a good series title. Obviously, we got 99 Hunter, but this is actually my first ever 99 in RuneScape. I never got one as a kid, and I quit playing my main for this account before I ever got one. So this is a really cool moment for me. I used to absolutely love doing Hunter as a kid, and it's pretty cool to be able to have this be my first ever 99, especially via such a horrible method where I wanted to quit so many times. For those of us who aren't full-time RuneScape players, grinds like these are something completely different to tackle. But setting goals for yourself and working to achieve them no matter how big or small, or no matter how long they take, is what I love about this game. And on the other side, it feels really good to have checked that box so I can move on to the next big goal. In the words of Robert Boss, you can do anything you want to do. This is your world. We also got up to 98 fishing, extremely close to 99, but we don't need it, so I'm going to sit on that until I need some happy brain water. We also got 84 cooking, which is the level required to cook anglerfish, which we'll be able to catch in Piscarius when we need them. And as far as I know right now, that's the highest our cooking level will ever need to be, so nice to get that knocked out of the way passively through this grind. We also got 4 more tenches during those levels, which I traded in for pearls, obviously. Which brings me to the grind, in a new segment called How Much This Sucked. The first time played I showed during this episode was 12 days and 8 hours, or 296 hours. The playtime when I finished aerial fishing was 29 days, 11 hours, or 707 hours, which means a bare minimum of 411 hours of playtime covered during this episode, not including before I showed the time. To be fair, about 80 hours of that was AFK fly fishing, and that also includes some miscellaneous things like waiting for random events and farm runs. But I spent over 300 hours aerial fishing. On a MacBook Air. On a trackpad. We got 10 golden tenches total, but considering we caught over 300,000 fish, we would expect at least 15 on average. Can't complain too much though, since we did get the heron pet. We got around 4,840 pearls total, almost enough for 5 fish sacks, and if I got my tenches, more than enough. For most people, greenlogging aerial fishing takes 1,370 pearls, meaning we aerial fished enough to greenlog aerial fishing 3.5 times, and if we got all of our tenches, 4 times. I know the jump from Wintertodt to Mulk Island was kind of sudden, but having my first 99 be firemaking from Wintertodt just felt too stereotypical. And 99 Hunter via a horrible method feels almost like an area-locked UIM rite of passage at this point, so here we are. There's also some practical reasons, one of which being that now any implings I come across I can catch. Plus, the items I can get from implings now will really set up the account for some huge next steps. I'd love to say that I'll be paying for any dragon or lucky impling callouts moving forward, but my main has less than 10 mil GP and doesn't even have membership right now, so I can't afford that. If you see any implings and would like to tell me about them out of the kindness of your heart, I can offer a sincere thank you, but that's about it, because I can't afford to pay for a mass impling hunt. And I'd like to go over some final numbers. 13, 48, 37, 62. Time for you to find a new video to throw on in the background, but while you're doing that, feel free to click the like and subscribe buttons. You can find my LinkedIn, Threads, and OnlyFans in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. I wonder what new updates are going to be coming to old school RuneScape.